Hello everyone and welcome back to the Knife Shift. This is a great place to talk about knives and such, and today, well, we're going to do just that. Got a really interesting one. It's something I had been thinking about, and I will bring this out right here. This is my newly acquired Sodbuster Jr. in amber bone, and I just got to playing around with this knife. As you know, as you can see, we've already got some patina going on her there. If it's gonna come through, looking really nice. But I had got to playing around with it. I carried it, for the last 2 days or so, and I was just thinking to myself, I said, why do I absolutely love Sodbuster Juniors? And well, guys, I think I figured it out. But, well, one is obviously the single blade. We all love a nice single blade, as it makes for a really thin carry. I mean, you could see here. I mean, you can just see how thin that is. You know, one of these squares here is 1 inch, and according to measurement, you are under ½ inch. I mean, they are really small compared to, I said I brought a couple of other knives out here, compared to, say, a Trapper, which is a double blade, or say a 75 Stockman, which is a triple blade, but these still run on 2 back springs, and I actually think they will be about the same thickness as a Trapper. But, like I said, that's one. We love the single blade aspect of it. Also the blade type. They have the Skinner blade, or the drop point blade, I think is what I've heard them called also. But they are just absolutely fine pocket knives. Cannot beat them. And then, of course, they come in so many different varieties of color and jigging and handle materials. But I think, at least for this old guy, I think I figured out why I love these so much. Not only as a EDC knife, but just the appearance of it. And here is why. I believe that I love these so much due to the simple fact that you get from end to end handle material, and that being whatever you have on your knife. This one, like I said, just happens to be amber bone, jigged amber bone, and don't worry, I plan on fixing that little spot there. But, yeah, I mean, I just absolutely love it because of that fact. You have no bolsters on either end to take away from the beautiful artwork that Case does with their bone. Absolutely gorgeous. And like I said, I did bring these others out here to compare, because you could see, I mean, this 75 Stockman here is way bigger than the Sodbuster Jr. But see where they have the bolsters, you lay the knife and you can just see how much more handle material you're getting versus the 75 Stockman, or something like a double-bladed Trapper, or just the 54 pattern trapper in general. I just think it is a real classy look to have from end to end, like I stated. Handle material, visibility, if you will. I mean, you have the whole handle to look at. And like I said, nothing in the way, no bolsters. Even if it was just a single bolster and a bare head, I mean, that you have no bolster whatsoever on the Sodbuster Jr. And I think, and like I said, just for me, I think that aspect alone is why I absolutely love the Sodbuster Jr. And we're going to take a look at all of my EDC Sodbuster Juniors that I have, and we will just see what you guys think. I said this is the amber bone. I said end to end, full visibility of the handle material. Check this old girl out. These are absolutely gorgeous. This is the mahogany bone, also in carbon steel, equipped with some patina. But y'all just check that out. Look at the way the light hits that bone. And like I said, from end to end, top to bottom, nothing taken away from the bone handles. Another really hot one was these from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. And just put your peepers on this. These were the, let me get the name correct. Smoky Valley Sunset, which is just a burnt autumn bone, I believe is what the technical term for it is. And if you know these, you know they're equipped with that carbon steel. $10.95 at that. But just look at how gorgeous. And like I said, I mean, yeah, the 75 is a big knife. And yeah, you get a lot of bone material to look at. But just look how much more you get with a smaller knife like these Sodbuster Juniors. Just gorgeous stuff. And then, like I said, it even goes for your synthetics. Now, this one was special to me, as it is a gift from Brother Mike over at Mike's Life. But look at that synthetic pop. Again, in some carbon steel. Well, you kind of see a theme going here, don't we? But just beautiful. I have to make some room here, as we have 3 more. We'll go back to another bone. This is the honeycomb bone that Case come out with just a year, 2 years ago, or maybe it was this year. Well, let me just open up the tang stamp there. So you got a 3, 4, 5, so 2025, so last year. In, told you, stainless steel. But y'all just look at that bone glisten. I mean, is it just me? Or is that not some beauty? Then we go into my customs. Now these are very special to me as well, which everything here is special to me, but these hold a certain level of special, as this one was just a jigged black synthetic, but I sent it over to a certain someone, which if you know, you know, and I'm not really going to mention his name, but I will say, Mike, I certainly appreciate it. But I will not mention his name because I don't really think this is the route he wants to go. You know, he's a real talented leather worker. But look at that. Yeah, I had him put these zebra handles on. He done a little file work for me on the back spring. Added a half stop, and this thing has some GEC force. Y'all hear that? And listen to the snap at this girl. Whoo-wee! Snaps in half stop, snaps shut. Just beautiful. And then we have, last but certainly not least, we have another synthetic. I told him I didn't really care what it was. I just wanted some kind of blue handles. And he hooked me up. Absolutely beautiful. See the swirl. And like I said, I mean, just look at what you're getting. From end to end. I mean, it's just like you get so much more material to just get lost in. And I said, don't get me wrong. I mean, trappers and 75 Stockmans, they are big knives with a lot of handle material. But it's just something about. And then I had him do me a spear point blade on this one. Take a little off the top there. But it is just something about that end to end, like I said, with no bolster in the way, obscuring your view of any handle material that you so choose. Well, guys and gals, I thank you so much for watching. I must say thank you to everyone who has subscribed here lately. It's really caught me by surprise. The channel has now broke over 980. We are so close to that big 1K. If you haven't, smash that subscribe button for me. I know I don't really say that a whole lot, but it does greatly help the channel. And I said it's just a milestone that I would like to get to, as I never even imagined I would be where I'm at. But it is all because of you fine folks. Thank y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed this on why I love the Sodbuster Jr. Let me know down in the comments if that's something you've thought about seeing the end to end with no bolsters in the way. And let me know what you think. Thank y'all so much. God bless. I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next one.